Hello.
Yeah.
Can I get four Beyond Burgers? Do you eat animals?
No.
You don't eat animals? Wow, you're a vegan?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's good. Alright, we got one. That looks really good. Alright, let's do the taste test. Oh my god. That is scary, look at this. Alright, so we're gonna go take these to the streets and give them to people to try and see if they can tell the difference. Well, I went and bought a bunch of burgers, amazing burgers, right? And I wanted to offer them to people who aren't yet vegan to see if they can tell the difference. You keen?
Yeah, I'll do it. Why not?
You do that? Alright. This is from Lord of the Fries, right?
What are the fries?
Now tell me your reactions as you have them.
What are they made of?
These
Yeah.
are made of pea protein.
Okay.
Let's just say tomorrow, okay? There was like global news for everyone had to become vegan, yeah?
Yeah.
Everyone became vegan. Like, the place would be a meltdown because you wouldn't have enough, like, there's not enough fruit and veg to go around. There's not enough, like, there's so much collapse in all the places like food. Like,
There's not enough fruit and veg to go around.
Yeah.
What suggests that to you? There's enough fruit and veg to go around now. Why would that change?
Because,
Mate, would you think that the world would go vegan overnight, just boom? Is that a possibility? Impossible, okay. But does that taste different to you? You can tell that that's not meat?
Yeah.
Can you tell that that's not meat?
Yeah. Still very tasty, but
It's tasty though,
not bad.
but it's not as good. Would you say it's as good? Would you be disappointed if you got this burger?
No, that's very tasty burger.
Okay.
I love it.
that was nice.
Have you ever thought
A
about
bit more.
the fact that obviously animals go to a slaughterhouse and come out chopped up into pieces so we can eat them? Has that ever made you feel uncomfortable about consuming them, or just disconnected, don't care?
No, it's not that.
I think we said yesterday, we don't like that fact that animals are killed in a inhumane way.
Inhumane way.
So we'd rather go and get, if we're going to sleep meat, get it from somewhere that's
Ethically sourced.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does an ethical slaughterhouse look like?
Anything that minimises. Free range.
like a grass,
Free range?
a grass-fed cow, you know?
Free, yeah.
Okay, free range.
Yeah. If the animals can have some life, you know,
If they have a good life,
and purpose to life, and then
you stab them in the slaughterhouse.
Well, no, but they.
If it's done in a way,
They get shot in the head and then they get stabbed in the throat to drain them of their blood. But can you do that in a humane way, do you think?
I think so.
You think it can be humane?
I believe that.
there's like,
in a human way.
Anyone can be killed in a humane way?
Yeah.
Like anyone?
Humans, animals. I think if you're going to end a life, there is.
Hey, America still has the electric chair, doesn't
Okay.
it?
Yeah. Okay,
that's
would you
kind of-
say that taking
It's like if I was personally ill, or if I choose to end my own life, I would be.
if it was in your best interest, if you were really suffering.
Yes.
But these animals, would you suggest that they are suffering, or we're just taking their life for no reason?
No, but these animals have been bred to be food a lot of the time.
They have. Does that make it morally justified to end their life, or
It gives them a life at all.
it does give them a life? But their purpose in their life is to end up stabbed and chopped up into pieces. Would you still say that that's ethical, or?
But do we have a purpose?
Yeah, well, if we bred humans into existence to kill them, we would say that that's. Would you say that that's moral?
Well, we do. We
To kill them?
We do kill each other.
Yeah, we do. But would you say that that's moral? Like, obviously, you don't think killing is moral. Yeah, I don't have to convince you of that.
No.
Yeah, neither. Like, I'm talking about basic sort of stuff here. You don't think killing is moral? That we kill animals for burgers that we can get alternatives for?
Yeah.
So if we can get alternatives,
I think we can.
Every living thing has distress. Even plants have distress.
do you think plants are sentient, have their own subjective experience, and there's someone inside of it?
No, there's
Okay.
research recently about
About
plants that they produce.
pheromones to keep, they have reactions to their outside environment, but would you say that plant, there's someone there? When you cut up a carrot, is there someone in there?
I wouldn't say that a lot of animals.
I don't think we,
You don't think there's someone in there with an animal?
based on current
certain animals, smarter animals, yeah. Because animals that are self-aware, then yeah, I think that's different. Like I wouldn't ever consider killing an elephant, a dolphin, a whale, something that is self-aware.
What about a dog?
Emotional.
You wouldn't kill a dog?
No.
Why not?
Would you not?
Why wouldn't you kill a dog?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't just walk up and kill a dog.
What about
Well,
for a
I
burger?
wouldn't-
What about for a burger? Would you kill a dog for a burger?
If I need it.
If you needed to survive. Okay, is that what we're doing to cows? We need to eat them to survive?
But these cows,
Like, let's just say we bred a bunch of dogs for consumption.
Well, we're doing lots of countries.
They
across
do.
the world,
Hey, would you say-
I'd happily eat them.
You would eat them and you wouldn't... Well, would you happily kill dogs?
I think I would happily do it. But if dogs are being bred for consumption, then
You'd say that that's moral because we're breeding them for a purpose, therefore it's not immoral to take their life from them or to kill them. Like, let's just say we had plant-based burgers and we had dog burgers, right?
Yeah.
And the only thing that we had to do is choose the plant-based burger, right?
Yeah.
And the dogs survived.
And I think this kind of thing is
Yeah.
wonderful, and
Yeah.
I think we definitely, as a society, we eat too much meat.
Hmm.
But I personally, I don't think that we need to get rid of it completely.
You don't think we have to get rid of the industries?
I think that we need to reduce down on it and change.
Reduce.
Reduce.
I think it's-
change
it
the
is
ways
a-
that
it's
we
a
produce
good-
meat rather than simply chucking 1,000 hens in a cage. I think there's better ways of doing it, and we can all move to it.
Yeah.
Having one veggie,
Myco-protein as well. I eat a lot of that at home.
Yeah.
having one veggie day a week. If every single person started to do that, it would be
Yeah.
a lot
So
of
like-
animals' lives. That's it.
What would be an acceptable number of animals to go to the slaughterhouse on your behalf, do you think? If you were going to reduce, there isn't an acceptable number. Okay. So if we got alternatives, like right there, they're here now. They taste delicious, and we're still saying animals, we should breed them and put them in slaughterhouses and kill them
I mean,
for an unnecessary reason, would you
It's
say?
not like the protein in that is good. But I think there are like vitamin B12, that kind of thing. Like there's a
there's
lot of
B12
vegans.
in vegan
A lot of
burgers.
vegans have like nutrient deficiencies.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know vegans with... I personally, I know a lot of vegans, there's about 100 over there, but we can get the same nutrients. Oh yeah, we can get the same nutrients, that's fine. We can get the same nutrients that meat eaters can get. What nutrient is found in meat that isn't found in plants?
Vitamin B12.
Okay, well, how does the animal get the B12?
They make it somehow in their body. I don't know.
Okay.
But we
So there-
can't do it. That's why.
in-
It's just like we get vitamin D from the
Yeah,
sun.
well,
That's it.
vitamin B12 doesn't come from animals. Do you know where it comes from?
It comes from the meat and the animal.
Where does it originate?
I don't know.
The soil and the water. Yeah, so the animals eat the soil and it ends up in their stomach, or they get injected.
Whatever mechanism we need
Yeah.
to extract it, obviously we can't get that from the plants.
Yeah, so it's
So-
been, the plants have been sterilised, so the B12 isn't on the plants anymore because everything's sterile now. But we can supplement, so we don't have to murder an animal to get the B12. So we can avoid that as well. So we can still get the nutrients we need. And would you say that becomes even more unnecessary if we could?
I mean,
Like out of necessity means I need it to survive or
Yeah.
to maintain my health,
yeah.
but we don't.
But then, do we need to be taking supplements for everything?
Like this, but a lot of people eat meat for enjoyment of meat. It's some of the-
Pleasure.
some of the taste
That
of
is the
things.
that is the only justification I've heard. Pleasure. But if we were to navigate our morality through pleasure alone, would that be a moral thing to do?
There's lots of things that people do that
For pleasure, that aren't
aren't moral.
Yeah.
They go in.
Agree.
So
Agree.
I don't know whether I've got the Primark
Oh,
we have in the UK where they use
Yeah.
sweatshops.
Slave labor, yeah.
So you don't have to do either, do you? Like you don't have to use slave labour, and you don't have to put animals in slaughterhouses as well. Like, you know. But let me give you a card. You've been very interesting to talk to. You like the burgers.
They weren't bad actually.
I do appreciate what you do.
Yeah. This is challenge 22. You can do a vegan challenge for fun if you want. You can see if you get any deficiencies as well. Maybe
Yeah.
do an experiment. It's free on Facebook.
Nice.
All right. And there's heaps of good stuff around. Good big burgers. No.
Definitely. It's definitely
eating out of a slaughterhouse, suffering, violence, fear, all of that. We're eating all of that.
I'm not sure I could give up.
What couldn't you give up? Milk.
Eggs, man.
Have you ever thought why you're drinking the milk from another species and you're a full-grown man and you've weaned as a child? You're still breastfeeding, brother.
different.
They've tricked you, man. It's not different. How is it different? It's breast milk for their young.
It's not humans. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
breast milk
For their babies. Do you know what happens to their babies?
Doesn't mean it's less tasty.
Have you thought
By saying
it's
that,
tasty? That's good.
By saying that, you're saying fruit is the seed of another plant.
That's the one.
Fruit aren't sentient. We're talking about someone here, not something like a piece of fruit. So do you know what happens to the babies when they would usually drink their mother's milk, but we are taking that milk. So what happens to their children? Do you know?
Get rid of them.
They get rid of them.
Yeah.
They get rid
little
of the
baby
boys.
chickens as well. It's in those videos.
Yeah,
The
you've seen it.
Little chicken sorters, yeah.
Oh yeah, chicken.
Yeah.
No,
You know we've got
I agree.
plant-based milk. Almond milk, rice milk, soy milk, oat milk. Doesn't come from a titty.
Soy, though, like they're chopping down rainforests to grow soy stuff. Like,
So they are.
yeah.
91% of Amazon deforestation growing soybeans
Yeah.
to feed to who? To vegans?
Well, no, but partly. Partly. Like,
Well, those
loads of people
soybeans in the rainforest are
Yeah.
getting grown to feed to livestock so people can have steak.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's destroying the rainforest
yeah.
too. So that's a great point.
It's
Veganism
also
helps
going
that
into the
too.
milk as well.
Yeah, they're feeding it to dairy cows as well.
No, but
Soy.
no, as in like for soy milk.
Undoubtedly, the planet
That
would
people
be
drink.
better if we didn't have as much livestock.
Small amount of soy is going to human consumption. The bulk of it, animals consume a lot more soy
yeah.
than we do,
Yeah.
and that's so we can consume their bodies. So
Oh yeah.
unnecessary.
You lose a lot of energy as you go.
Yeah, they're
through
chopping
the,
down rainforests for livestock. You know, we don't need to use that much food. We don't need to feed all this food and water to an animal, grow them really big, and then eat a little piece of animal. So it's unsustainable.
Yeah, stuff like, and you need to use like the entire animal. Like,
All of these cows, pigs,
Yeah.
sheep, chickens that are being bred for consumption. Do
Yeah.
you just say we stop doing that and
Yeah, I'd suggest
well,
it's
we would naturally have to cut the population down.
of human beings.
No, not the people.
Oh,
Not human
of
beings,
animals.
Of the animals that are
Okay.
currently there for livestock, and then let them be as natural.
The way it would play out is that people like yourselves, you go, oh wow, this is messed up, I don't want to contribute to that, and you stop. All right, and then gradually more people stop, and then gradually, you know what they do? There's less of a demand from animal products. They stop breeding animals into existence,
Yeah, I
and
think
it
that-
slowly phases out over time.
I think that spending money changes the market more
It is happening.
Yeah.
more than not spending money.
More and more people are
Spending money on ethical products
Yeah.
creates a market for ethical products.
Yeah.
If you buy burgers,
That's what I
more
mean.
animals get
Yeah.
chopped up into pieces.
More and more people are vegetarian and
Yeah.
vegan, and it is a good thing. It's a good thing for the planet.
good for your health.
Contribute terribly towards the use of,
You're a medical student.
CO2 levels.
You're a medical student. What's the number one killer of human beings? More than cancer, more than wars. What's the number one killer?
Okay, tell me.
Heart disease. 17 million people a year. Okay? Saturated fat. Cholesterol. Cholesterol's only found where?
Cholesterol's good for you though.
Where's
cholesterol's good?
Dietary cholesterol is good for you?
Yeah.
There's
so
two types of cholesterol.
The thing you don't want to eat is sugar.
Oh, really?
Sugar, refined carbohydrates. That's
Okay.
bad.
So where does cholesterol go when you eat it?
In your blood.
Those veins.
Into your blood and then
Yeah, it's
into
good,
your
it's good.
arteries.
Like you need it.
Yeah,
so
you
much
do.
cholesterol's in your brain.
Yeah,
Like,
so let's
you
just
need
say
it for
you
brain
produce your own cholesterol inside your body.
But
You do.
But you get it from you.
You produce your own cholesterol and it's good for your brain and stuff like that. But when you eat dietary cholesterol, it builds up in your arteries. And you get fatty plaques, fatty
An
streaks.
inflammatory diet, yeah.
Yeah, so atherosclerosis is fatty streaks in the arteries, build up a plaque from
Yeah.
cholesterol. Cholesterol is only found, outside cholesterol is only found in animals. You have it in your body because you create it. If I ate you, I'd be eating an outside source of cholesterol and it builds up. Heart disease, number one killer of human beings. So it's the number one killer of animals by far, nearly going on 3 trillion a year, including sea animals. Number one killer of human beings, and it's destroying the environment. And our justification is, it tastes good. But I've just shown you, we can get tasty burgers as well.
yeah. I eat that stuff. Yeah, we got to go and meet our friend.
So I just gave you a whole speech.
No, it's good.
Thanks for hanging
It's
out.
Nice to meet you.
And something to think about anyway, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks for eating a burger and having a listen. Good work, brother. All right, see you, mate. Yeah, of course.
Away. You're my inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
Let's make a photo.
Of course. How you going, man?
Good, man. I've been following since 4 months.
Wow.
And you're such an inspiration. You're the reason why I went vegan.
I'm the reason you went vegan.
Yeah, you're the reason why I went
Amazing.
vegan. Yeah, I love
Good
you.
work, brother.
You're such an inspiration. You're an idol. You're a legend.
Thanks,
I
brother.
really appreciate your work, man.
Bro.
You opened my eyes.
Wow. I'm really proud of you, man. You make the right choice.
Yeah, definitely. And this burger is such an amazing.
This burger is freaking me out. It's delicious.
It's like even better than everything else.
Of course it's better than flesh. Yeah, definitely. All right. Let me do that again. Okay. Ready? All right. We got one. All right. All right. We got one. Let's taste test this bad boy.
Gotta make a change. It's time for us as a people to start making some changes. Let's change the way we eat, let's change the way we live, and let's change the way we treat each other. You see, the old way wasn't working, so it's on us to do what we gotta do to survive. And still I see no changes.